Some things never changed, but I was always a class leader. I was really rascal. When I went to Kamehameha, I was a song leader for 4 years for the co-ed. I was really active. I was in concert glee. I was in band. I was in speech. So yeah, I was the poster child of Kamehameha schools. You know, really kolohe, but I excelled in school. You know, I excelled, especially when it comes to performing arts. It's so funny because I had 180 hours of detention. Yeah. So, but I never did an hour of detention because I was friends with the janitors. But it was, I was still the same. Well, with radio, I remember I went to Don Ho's one night at the Aloha Tower with Lena Girl, and this is maybe like 19 years ago. We were in the parking lot. She introduced me to Davey D, who was the program director at that time. And I remember cracking a joke. His wife was Hapai. And I said, oh, she's cute. Her pimple is cute. And the next day, Lena called me and she said, sister, have you ever thought about being in radio? And I said, I grew up in radio. I've been in radio since I was a baby. So she goes, can you come and visit us? And I became Billy V's intern within 24 hours. So I was Billy V's intern on KCCN, FM 100. He was on a morning show with Charlie and PP. And after a couple of weeks, I became the afternoon partner to Davey D on KCCN, FM 100. And that was, 17, 18 years ago. Me and Billy, it's real, genuine aloha that we have for each other and respect. So what you hear on radio, like our energy, the chemistry that you hear, when you see he and I on TV or on stage, it's a natural chemistry. And it's because we are good friends. He's one of my best friends off air, you know. So even though like right now, he's on Hawaii News now, I teach school, we kind of do our own thing, but we still work a lot together and the chemistry is natural. It's because we're good friends. You know, a lot of people in a professional radio world, they just go and play the parts on air. But for me and Billy V, we're like brother and sister. November 2014, you know, I was blindsided. That's the right word to describe it. I was blindsided. I remember getting called into the general manager's office about 9:30 in the morning, and that's kind of like the ending of our show. So they called me to the office and they handed me a paper and they said, oh, no offense, you're great at what you do. Everybody loves you. Your ratings are super high. You got over 1 million listeners, but it's about money. And so today is your last day. And I said, I do what I do because I love our music and my people and my community, you know, so my mana is good. And because of that, I looked him straight in the eye and I said, as soon as I exit your office, I'm gonna land on my 2 feet. I didn't even know how to explain it. It was just like when it was like a weird aha moment. So Billy was like, come, stand by me. We're on in 30 seconds. And he was like, where did you go? So I was kind of squeezing his hand. And I showed him the paper. I said, oh, I just got let go. There's a budget cut. So he was kind of, you know, taken back at the moment. And so as soon as we were done TV, they called him into the office, and we didn't even have 2 seconds to even chat. So they pulled him in, and half an hour he came back, and he said, I'm gonna walk out with you. He's like, I told him I'm not doing this show without Mele. So that's what happened. So nobody knew what happened because we didn't have a chance to tell our listeners goodbye. Again, when your purpose, when you have your integrity is about your people, your culture, your music, and you do things that is pono, you know what I mean? When your energy and your mana is on a right path, it's totally gonna be okay. They always said everything happens for a reason. I remember at that moment, I was like, what do I do? Like, that's all I know. That's all I love is radio. And after radio, I got actually more busy. I MC actually like 3 times more gigs. I'm in high demand. I also sing at Halekulani, House Without a Key. I also teach school at Malama Honua Public Charter School. I'm the music teacher, and by me being off air, I could be myself. I can be honest and transparent, and if I need to stick up for the small guy, for the little guy, stick up for our people, talk about taking care of our community, our land. And I know if I was on radio, I would probably got fired. So that's what I'm saying. My voice became more powerful when I left radio. So everything had to happen for a reason.